Okay, time now is 12 at noon on November 7th. I slept from 4:20 to 11:30 and then 12. Because I'm a sleepy boy. So, yeah, that's a good sleep. That's a good 7 hours ish. Um, yeah. Yesterday was kind of sad. Also, I had the craziest fucking dream, by the way. It's awesome that I'm having dreams now, but I. Fuck. Where was I again? I think I was at a school or something. Or no, I was at my own apartment in Hong Kong, but it also kind of felt like a school. And, me. Like, I went back to Hong Kong to see my parents, and then another friend, Harry, from my secondary school, came, and my mom treated him really well, gave him snacks and drinks, to the point where I'm there's something fishy going on. Why are you treating us so well? Giving us drinks, buying us boba 2 days in a row. And then I yeah, I thought about it and thought about it, and then it's like, is this like satanic? Is something satanic happening? Like, are you feeding us well to make us like fat and full of contents before you invite a demon here and eat us alive or something? And turns out I'm not wrong. And then she left, and then suddenly there were weird sounds, and a lot of other people around this area in the neighborhood started walking and coming here to check out the sound. And a villain, I think it was a, I don't even know the name, but like the villain in Dragon Ball, and it he stepped out of nowhere, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die. So me and this other person, we flew away. For some reason, we had superpowers, and we just immediately ran away, and we left that place, and we just flew around the city. I think it was nighttime too. Was it nighttime or was it daytime? I forgot. I think it was like sunset. And then I thought we don't need to run forever. We just need another place to hide. So there's a nearby building. It's like a poor area, and um, there are a bunch of buildings that are older, rustier, dirtier, very small, and we thought it would be a good building. And that chunk of the neighborhood was more poorer, was more, I guess, money stricken. And then we just immediately went inside one and just hit there. And it's this really cozy library. It's a library, but it's also like people are living in it. There's an old woman living in this building, and she's really nice. And we thought, Jesus, this is the perfect place to hide in. So me and this my friend just forever lived here. Um, yeah. So it's kind of like the building I live in right now. It's one very small, short building, but it's one building, one unit, and yeah, it's a good ending to a dream, actually, to such an anxiety-inducing nightmare. Um. Anyways, I don't have a lot to do today, but I still do actually. So from 3 to 5 p.m., I'm going outside to meet TA1. But in the meantime, I have like assignments to do. I I spent like 2 hours trying to write the manifesto uh for me to apply to RIT 340, and that unearthed some memories, and I got a little emo, I got a little sad, and I wrote a quick poem on Instagram because I wanted to use a couple of childhood images, and I connected my hard drive, to my laptop, and I opened it and I saw photos from school. There's one photo in particular where a bunch of people are outside in a volleyball court and I'm inside the classroom alone, and that photo was pretty much emblematic of my experience in secondary school, forever alone. And it really struck a chord with me. And it's kind of crazy because I feel like I'm the one person who changed the most. Like, I look different now, I walk differently, and I have different goals and aspirations in life. Um, Yet at the same time, I'm the one who's the most haunted by the past. Like, I don't think people like Natalie or Hans or Pink or Kingsley or Cedric really care that much about what happened in secondary school, but I do, because that basically transformed me. It's funny, Natalie made an Instagram story yesterday saying, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you 14 years old? She like writes a very lengthy definition of politics, like politics, noun, definition, blah 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 blah, and then she said, "Don't meddle in politics, because it's like pointless and it's only going to hurt us all." But that's kind of dumb. Like, this is like an Instagram story trying to sound smart, but it's really not that smart. You know, my livelihood is at stake here. You know, whether Trump or Kamala Harris wins, it's like, it directly affects me, actually, now that I'm living here. So, you know, being centrist is not an option now, okay? Yeah. So, yeah. Kind of weird. I don't know, who the hell is Natalie anyways? She used to be so cool and strange and demonic. Yeah. I think Takumi's girlfriend is real, because they keep taking selfies together. I'm the only one who's not getting any girlfriends and boyfriends and whatever. Fuck me. Life is sad. And yeah, as for my infiltration of 310 and 310 and APCA, I think I'm just gonna DM people. Again, when in doubt, the only tool in my toolbox is connections. And I should just DM a bunch of people and ask them about APCA. Like, that's the best I can do. I'm just gonna DM some people. I don't have much else to add. I have a bunch of assignments to do. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. Faculty hall. Whoa. That's crazy.
It's on the basement.
Ooh, okay. Wow, what is this? Look.
To the basement.
So what are we giving people who got?
Very interesting. Okay. Wow.
Oh.
That's very strange. This. Yeah, I think. Right. You know, maybe
I think they have some event.
some event. Oh, you know,
It's like this.
but like you're a computer science engineering student, so
It's
ooh,
very new so far.
they just ordered it. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Yo, fuck, yes. Yes. Okay. That's good. Woo. Okay, time now is 7:57 p.m. Let's talk about today. Nothing too crazy happened today, honestly. I woke up and it was a very good sleep. It was. That's really fucking good. Like, yeah, I could have slept more, but 7 hours, like, the standard, the golden standard. If I could sleep 7 hours, I'm good, you know? So I'm happy. I'm happy with the sleep. I woke up feeling nice, despite the nightmare. Then I went to Levy Library to meet up with TA1, and I was like 15 minutes late, but he's even later than me, so who cares? And today I prepared nothing, like we had nothing to do, and so I had to come up with things to do on the spot, but it's like okay, because who fucking cares? Um, but yeah, I asked him to write something, and we chatted about our own lives at first. I talked about the film set I went to, and he talked about how he played a game and his PC, you know. And then I was like, okay, then what do you want to write about? Let's write about your building, EEB, Electrical Engineering Building. And he kind of struggled, and I'm like, wow, I'm glad I asked you to write because wow, you really struggled with writing, with the grammar and just expressing things. So the second half of our meeting today, from 4 to 5 p.m., just 1 hour, we basically had a tour of a bunch of random places at the USC campus. Because I realized this, and that is there are tons of places at USC that I haven't been to. There are so many buildings and halls, places I have never been to, and so is he, you know. So I thought it would be cool if we could just like go around and travel around. And we actually had a lot of fun. It was kind of stupid because like this is literally our campus. We study here and we work here, but somehow we don't know jack shit about a bunch of places here. And so we started like just going around. We went to the Doheny Library, and there's this East Asian library with a bunch of like Chinese and Japanese and Korean books, which is really weird because like who are these books even for? And then there's this like exhibition, this small exhibition room about like magic tricks of the late 19th century. Like it's kind of weird, and the architecture is amazing. And then from Doheny Library onwards, we walked over to Tommy Trojan and the White Horse statue, and I think where else did we go to? We went to a bunch of random places. We went into, what was after that? I already forgot. We went to Gold School of Law, which is a building I've never entered. And then as I walked to the side, I was like, oh, it's this one. So 2 years ago, Thomas made his silly short film called Made in Seoul, or Meet Me in Seoul, and the first day of the shoot, I had to be the actor because the other actor did not show up or like bailed out. So we shot there at the Gould School of Law, and now I know, oh, it's there. Like the first few times I went to USC, I have no idea which building is where because I'm not looking at the map, and also I'm not that familiar with the place, but now I am. So Gould School of Law, and it's kind of crazy. Like there are these plazas, like fountains and sitting areas, these small hidden cafes and study spots. I'm like, whoa, I don't know such a beautiful hidden places here. We saw this town and gown thing, and we were kind of confused. And then beyond that, at the very southeastern tip of the campus, there's this hall and like some weird name. And I was like, oh yeah, I saw an Instagram story or an Instagram reel about a secret hidden study spot here. And we went into the building, and it's kind of interesting. And then we walked past a Manson Center. Oh yeah, we went to Mud Hall, but the library on the second floor of Mud Hall is closed. I've been to Mud Hall when I and Thomas were like location scouting last year for his short film that was never made. We actually visited Mud Hall, and then I took him to a school of architecture, and we took a look, and then yeah, and then it was really cool. Oh yeah, and then he wanted to go to the new Ginsburg Hall, which is this really newly built, fancy ass building. And we couldn't get in because regular people couldn't get in, I guess. But at some point, some guy left and walked out of the door, and I was like, "Do you want to get in?" And surprisingly, he was like, "Yeah." So he went in through the door, and I was behind him. And then there were some people inside the building. They're all in a green T-shirt, and they looked, and they're like, "What is going on here?" And then the TA was like, "Oh, sorry," and then we just left. So apparently we're not supposed to enter, but it's a really fancy, beautiful looking hall. Man, we went to so many places. What else? I think I skipped a couple places. But we did go to a bunch of random weird we went to Doheny Library, and then we went to I'm so confused. We went to Doheny Library. Oh yeah, we went into the frickin' yes, I remember. We went through the student union place, which I forgot the name of the hall already. It's like a silly name. And then we went through it, and we exited into the cafeteria, the Tudor Hall. We went to the admission center, which he's never been into. Yeah, it's crazy. So it was actually a bit of an adventure, even though like USC campus is literally a place I go to nearly every single day for the last 10 months. It's still, minus summer. So yeah, very interesting, and I hope I have reason to go back to these weird random places in the future. We went to It's Boba Time, but we didn't order anything, which is good because I want to save money, but I was hungry as fuck. I was supposed to eat dumplings and then finish the udon salad bowl, but I only had time to finish the udon salad bowl for lunch. So I walked back home. It was late. The sky was dark, and I don't know. I don't feel sad. I just feel tired, and not in a physical sense. I mean, I am physically tired all the time, but more of just like mentally tired. I feel like, I've been fighting so hard for the last few months for film set opportunities and meeting people. The whole Halloween fiasco. It's so tough, man. Why am I struggling? And then I returned home, and then here I am. So not much happened. I did, however, opportunistically, because you know how for the last few days I've been really, really hammering down on infiltrating APCA and 310s. So I was really totally prepared to, at the end of today, find someone I know who's in APCA and someone who's in like film production or close to film production folks, and just DM them on Instagram like, yo, I want to help others, which is like, I'm like a beggar. Please, like, give me some opportunities. But like, I do want APCA and 310s because they're good experience. Honestly, if I have to think about this really hard, I realize that everything is meaningless and pointless bullshit anyways. Like, at the end of the day, APCA is not gonna like get me anywhere, other than maybe some friends. But I'm curious, man. So, this Shanghainese girl that I met at the Halloween party, Jia Yun, she made an Instagram story saying, "Oh, ISO short film 310, we need help. And we need gaffer and like some grips or makeup artist." And I'm like, yeah, like none of those fit my bill. I'm an art guy now. But I was like, you know what? I should DM her about this. So I DM'd her, and it was a lengthy paragraph, and I said, "Hey, I'm interested in helping out on 310. Like, do you know anyone who needs art help on 310?" And she just said yes and sent a screenshot. Nothing else. I love it. Blunt. Nothing fancy, no pleasantries, nothing. So I got a screenshot, and I'm gonna DM a random dude later and ask them if they need art help. That's how desperate I am. But you gotta start somewhere. And I feel like, I start somewhere in 310. Surely, bit by bit, I'm gonna know a bunch of random people, and everything's interconnected somehow within the film school, and then maybe a bit outside of the film school in USC. An ocean of spider webs. Another good news is, I got the email response back from the religion professor that I emailed last night. She's like, okay, email this other professor whom I've never heard of, not even on the religion website of USC, and give her your student ID. So I emailed her this morning, immediately ASAP, saying, hey, I'm an undergrad junior, I want to get into religion 135, here's my student ID. And then, at around afternoon, 4 p.m.-ish, I got the email back saying, hey, I gave you a D stamp, please register as soon as possible. But literally before I got that email this morning, it's already closed. So the reason why one spot was open was because the class size went from 19 students to 20 students, which means now there's another extra seat. But then somebody else took that extra seat, so it's closed again this morning. So I'm like, great. That D stamp clearly, I mean, I'll need it eventually, but it basically doesn't matter because the class is full again. And then I checked again. They made it 21. What? So so I immediately registered, and thank God I checked because I didn't get any email notification talking about, how, oh, there's an extra seat. But they made it 21 seats now. I immediately registered, and boom, I got in. So it's got to be a good ass class then. If you need a freaking stamp of approval to get into that class, it's got to be a damn good class. So yeah, hopefully I get all the classes I want to take next semester, which is 290, Religion 135, Ret 340, and then CTCS 192, which is stupid, but I have to take it. So, that's that. And nothing else. The battle resumes, I guess. I'm going to continue looking for 310 opportunities and APCA opportunities. And, yeah, I'm going to go to CTCS 200 discussion tomorrow. And then gym, and then I'll go home. And then shortly after that, I'll be out again to build a film set. Go to set. And not much else. Yeah. I don't really have much else to say. It is very mentally tiring. And also, I don't know, like, I'm still thinking about romantic relationships, but the thing is, I've been thinking about this for, like, years, and that is, You know, Cliff is dating someone from. I don't know why it's like the age of dating for these community college, like the Cliff gang. It's like Luis is dating Cass, and Cliff is dating some guy on Tinder, and then like Takumi found some random white woman, and it's like, and it's so simple. It's like, oh, I mean, we just love each other, and I guess we'll just try it out. But it's so fucking stupid, and I feel like I'm like shooting myself in the foot a little bit actually, because if it's so simple for them, why is it so complicated for me? Well, it's because I make it complicated. Because the thing is, I take it very seriously, and most people don't. Most people are just like, well, you're kind of cute, you're nice, let's fuck and date. But like for me, it's like a spiritual warfare, you know. And only two people has put me in the spiritual warfare, and that's Mary and Leslie. And so it's so much more complicated for me. And you know, if I maybe, okay, this is a stupid ass theory, but the hypothesis is that if I really wanted to date, maybe I can. Like if I just like DM some girl and maybe it's not that difficult. Maybe I'm the one who's making it difficult, not the society, not the natural forces of the universe. Or maybe it's a bit of both, which is the common consensus that Enoch can't date because of both. But yeah, I'm a normal person, right? I'm fucking normal. I talk normally, I walk normally, like, you know. And like Pink and Leia dated back when Leo was skinny and acts very autistic and everyone laughs at him, but they still dated. Like you know, I don't have to be fit and have abs and clean shaven and no acne and smart and walk a certain way and have deep voice in order to have someone be remotely interested in me, right? Like I don't have to tick all the boxes and be the best man ever. If true love is real, then why would you even care how I look and how I behave? You know, if true love is real. But is love real? Is love even fucking real? Or is everything a lie? Like, I don't know. Because it might as well be. So yeah, I guess that's the conclusion for the day. But again, I just don't want to think about romantic relationships. It's just gonna destroy my brain cells. I'm just gonna forever, curl up into a ball in my little hate corner. I'm just gonna be a little hater, you know. I'm nothing but hate. I'm filled with hate. Everyone outside is like full of joy, and I'm full of hate. I'm like a very hateful guy, you know. Yeah. But I do need this mentality to finish The Virgin. I just want to finish The Virgin, really. Yeah. I guess that's it. Maybe I want people to hate me. Maybe the real subconscious reason of writing The Virgin and Violent Femme and Dreams of an Empty Street and Love and Death, all these anti-love stories that I write, maybe it's because I want people who love hate. You know, maybe it's because I want to be hated and I don't realize this, but deep down, my alter ego or my hidden brain is secretly yearning for hatred. If I have to hate someone, I need someone to reciprocate that hatred back to me. Maybe I'm evil all along and I don't even realize it. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But again, art is like disturb the comforted and comfort the disturbed. Like people who are happy with their lives, I hope them unhappy after the film. And people who are unhappy with their lives, I hope them represented. And I guess I'll just leave it at that. But the battle resumes. It's like the battle never fucking stops, does it? Before I fell in love with Leslie, let's be honest here. Round 3, early round 3, wasn't I also just, going to other classes and trying to make friends and like meeting people, trying to get into like, didn't round 3 start off with me saying, okay, without a doubt, I need to meet more Hong Kongers in this community college because I want to expand my circle. Didn't round 3 start off that way? And then there's Leslie, but then after that, it's an even tougher battle. It's like, will she, won't she, what does she think? And then after I confess, it's an even worse battle because it's like, okay, I'm gonna lose her now. This relationship will not last 12 hours, I confess her, she's nice to me, the next day she hates me. That's how little I trust the human race, because that's how little the human race trusts me. The battle doesn't stop, does it? The fight doesn't stop. Everything is fighting. Everything's violence. There's no stillness. There's no peace. Everything's chaos. I should just convert to a Buddhist monk and just live on the mountains because this is pain, really. Like, why am I doing this, Yeah. All these earthly matters are killing me, man. I don't know, but this is a cognitive distortion. I'm overthinking things. Like, I'm doing fine. I'm going to a silly film set about living in a video game. Like, it's not that crazy. I'm trying my best. Like, Nick and Tom and Cedric, they go to the UK and Canada and they do nothing. They just meet other Hong Kongers there once in a while and they hide at home and order Uber Eats. And they don't join clubs. I, on the other hand, I'm going full fucking mode. I'm going full mode. I'm full on because I have nothing to lose and I have everything to gain. And I've burned down the last house and I'm burning down another one. I am the destroyer of lives. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'm eating deep fried chicken breasts. I'll have salad kit. And then I'll have some tortellini, frozen cheese tortellini. Gonna finish off that pesto pasta sauce. And then I'll finish off the yogurt that I had last night. And then that's it. And then we good. Yeah. Time now is 10 a.m. in the morning on November 7th? 8th? It's the 8th. Goddamn, okay. Time flies. Slept from 4:30 to 10 a.m. basically. Not great. It's only 5.5 hours, and I'm really tired. Yeah, I tried to be productive last night, and I think I did most of the things I want to do. I finally am planning to release the trailer for Objects in Mirror. But yeah, I still have a bunch of things to do. I'm thinking of DMing Katie, the Korean American girl. Even though I and her are not that close, but I just want to DM her and be like, hey, you know any 310s that need help? Yeah, I just want to do that, or, yeah, and then maybe I could also ask her about APCA, you know, two birds, one stone. I also have a quiz to finish for my animation class, which I didn't do last night, and I need to do before noon. And then yeah, I have a spotlight paper to edit, so I need to do that. I'm so tired. I'm going to the gym. I hope Glenn comes here. Okay. I'm probably gonna wear shorts because I'm going to the gym. Of course, I need to wear shorter sleeved clothes, but I'm scared it's gonna freeze me to death. I hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, that's it for today, really. And then, of course, there's the film set I'm going to tonight, which is gonna be chill. Like, honestly, not that worried about the film set, even though this means I have to wake up early tomorrow. Yeah, that's it.
他可以照報啊嘛。我要
What?
我要 ask for 啲 clearance 咯。係。你 Friday 冇花手開心。
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
我得搞。
谁对自己的手工最有信心？
没有。
就反正具体的就是这样一把。下个星期的那个东西。
哦，你先发，你先把萨我给发了。明天雨一来是吧？
他只来一会儿。
啊？他只来一会儿是什么意思？
他周末可能。
都是假话。然后。
Okay, time now is 10:12 p.m. I came home about half an hour ago. I just waited for my roommates Diego and his girlfriend to finish dinner so that I can eat in peace. But before that, I would like to do this very quick video, real quick, 1 second. Yeah, I woke up and first thing I did was the quiz for my CTCS 469 class, my animation class. And I thought I should do the quiz because this time I actually did the readings and I'm more confident that I'm going to score more than 80%, which is essentially 12 out of 15. For the last two quizzes, I got 12 out of 15s. And today, I was extra confident and I got 11 out of 15. That's 73%. That's fucking stupid. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. If I can score 13 out of 15 next time, it's like, it evens out. Right? But, yeah, that's really stupid. And then I filmed a Cure review, and then I went to CTCS 200 discussion, and nothing happened. Matt didn't show up at all. I think he's just completely given up on this class, and then I still sat at the very front anyways, but I was late for like 10 minutes, but who cares? And once again, the professor, the TA and the class complain about the class and the professor. The TA and the students complain about the class and the professor. And then afterwards, I actually talked to Rachel. And now that Matt's not here, I might as well talk to Rachel. So I spoke to her, and we ended up having like a 1 hour talk. Or, yeah, it's so crazy. Or was it 1 hour? Or was it like 40 something minutes? No, it was like 1 hour. It was very long somehow. Like, she ordered some, a coffee, and then we just sat down in SCA, and we just talked, because it hit her that she doesn't know what to do in the future. Because if she wants to stay in the US, she either get a green card, go for H-1B, or go for O-1. And she realized that she's not prepared for any of those things, and she's about 1.5 semesters away from graduating, so that's fucked up. It is moments like this where I'm thankful that I'm so well prepared for everything that pretty much since a few months ago, I already know about this whole O1 and H1B thing, and I'm already kind of working towards it, and I still have about 2.5 months to achieve that. But she has less than 2 years, not 2.5 months, 2.5 years. She has less than 2 years. So she's in a way more fucked up position than I am. And she said, well, actually, I can just do a green card marriage. But it's not as easy as it seems. Like, you still need to find someone who's willing to marry you. Also, what if they background check you? Especially given that now we're about to go under Trump era number 2. So it's really difficult. And then I just talked about other things. I talked about how, this is why I'm trying to get onto so many film sets, like 310s, APCA, like all that shit. Like, this is why. And, yeah, so, anyways, another pretty cute thing that actually happened this morning was me DMing Katie. I DM'd her this morning saying, hey, do you know any 310s that need art department help? And I've never DM'd her, and I'm kind of scared because she's like a popular person. Like, everyone knows her for some reason, and she seems like a powerful person. She seems like someone who has a lot of power. And I DM her, and she almost immediately DM'd me back. Like, within minutes, she immediately responded saying, oh, unfortunately not, but I'll let you know, ! That was really nice. And then so on the bus, I was like, oh, by the way, the link to apply for the APCA web episodes, it's not even there. And then she gave me some like dizzy emojis and said, oh, thank you for letting me know. And I'm like, no problem, laughing emoji. So it's funny because she's the director of production for APCA. So this is something that she is directly at fault with, and it's cool to just DM her and tell her about this literally on the day that it hits the deadline. So yeah, I'm gonna apply. And then so that's one thing. The other thing is Jia Yun, the Shanghai girl, she DM'd me again saying, what do you want to do? And I'm like, art department, maybe scripty. And she's like, okay, let me ask around. So that's really nice. So I got a little in. I don't think Matt, even though last Friday I asked Matt to help me out and find 310s, I think Katie and this Shanghai girl, Jia Yun, are my entrance. They're my entrance to the 310s. So I told Rachel all that, and Rachel's like, oh my god, like, this is why I'm doing this. And it's actually really crazy in retrospect, given how inactive I was in secondary school and how aggressive I am nowadays. How much I try to join this and join that. Oh shit, I just remembered about the spotlight thing. Fuck. I need to finish that ASAP. How much time do I have? Okay, it's 10:19 p.m. I need to have dinner, edit the spotlight stuff, the paper, and apply for APCA before midnight. Got it. Okay, real quick. Afterwards I went to SCA 3rd floor to draw a little bit because I want to draw. And then afterwards I went to the gym, and in the morning I DM'd Glenn. I was like, hey, are you going to the gym? And Glenn's like, no, I'm sick. And then a little bit later he's like, never mind, the grind never stops, I'm at the gym now. So at 2:30, from 2:30 to about 3:15 or 3:30, we went to the gym and we did a little exercise. The thing is, I was dying of hunger. I only had a croissant bread thing and a piece of chocolate in the morning. That's not good. And so going to the gym on an empty stomach is a terrible idea. So he was like, yeah, let's not do too much. So we didn't do much. I did some chest, I did some back. And then I went home, walked back home, and then I had about 2 hours. Took a shower, had lunch, and then edited a video, and then I left again. So usually the producer, Coleman, this white guy, would drive me to set. Today he's not even showing up. So no one took care of my transportation, so I'm like, well, I guess I'll just take a bus. So I took a bus to set, to Robert Zemeckis Center. Honestly, not that difficult. It's the same bus I take to school every day. And then it's a quick walk, and then boom, I'm there. I walk onto the set, and boom, here are the people again. So it's a lot of moving, it's a lot of manual labor today. And then the second half and it's very chill because the camera people haven't finished setting up. And before the camera people have finished setting up, we can't dress the set because it's a virtual production and it heavily depends on where the camera is and what's in the back, what's the Unreal Engine. So in the second half of the day, Shirley asked me to just use a fountain pen to just write a kind of alphabet that she made up on the book, which is really interesting. And I'm like, cool, I want to do that. And I really struggled at first because I never used a fountain pen, but I kind of got the hang of it, and it's actually really fun. And I somehow matched the fake letters into real English letters, like alphabets, and I actually tried to write sentences out of it. So that's really cool, because I need to make it look convincing that that actual sentences are being written. So a lot of effort is being put into this. I hope this thing ends up being on camera. I have fountain pen ink on my finger, and it's fucking permanent. Like, I tried soap, I tried alcohol, doesn't work. So that's fucked. This is forever. Probably not, but, you know, hopefully not. I mean, yeah, dead skin is a thing, so... Also, there's a lot of I saw Monica, who is the director of Locke, and it's really interesting to see her being in the same department as me, not in a high level. And I asked her, how is the editing for Locke? And he's like, yeah, it's taking for a long time. And I'm like, yeah. And a lot of people spoke Mandarin, and I was really quiet because it's really awkward for me. I either randomly speak Mandarin and sound weird, or I speak in English and interrupt the linguistic flow. But I eventually tried to speak a little Mandarin here and there, and then people tried to speak Mandarin back to me. Shirley tried a little bit. And then again, like, I think it's a good thing that they're trying to speak Mandarin to me, but then 90% of the time, I understand surely. There's a 10%, sometimes I'm just like, yeah, and I don't really get. And then it heavily depends. Like, some people speak to me and I can only understand 40%. But anyways, that's it. We wrapped. I came home. Here I am. Again, lots to do tonight. And the fight continues. The battle continues. APCA 310, whatever. So the mysterious Hong Konger girl whom I've been a little bit curious about. I talked to Rachel about it, and Rachel follows her on Instagram, but Rachel has no idea who she is. I talked to Glenn about it, and Glenn is like, oh yeah, she's another one of those like cringe girls, and she's like HKIS, like international school students, so she doesn't even speak Cantonese. So yeah, of course. And I had a little existential moment because I'm always chasing after something, right? I'm chasing after 310, I'm chasing after APCA, I'm chasing after things, like certain success. But deep in my heart, I know I'm just going to be disappointed. Because 95% of the time, life is disappointing. I go to USC thinking that it's going to be a new life. I'm going to fall in love. I'm going to do great things. Interesting stories will play out. And none of that happens. It's boring. I don't really meet a lot of people. And it's slow. And APCA seems promising, except it's not. HKSA seems promising, except it's not. This class seems interesting, except it's not. Life keeps disappointing me, so it's almost a little existential. Like, this never ends. I will always chase after something new just to be disappointed again and again and again. Yeah, I guess there's nothing I can do about this tragedy, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. So I need to wake up quite early tomorrow morning to go to set. But the set is SCB, so it's just on campus. So it's like, yeah, who cares? So I'm going to set tomorrow. It's gonna be chill because it's just SCB. It's familiar territory, and there's probably not a lot of set dressing. I don't know why I'm credited as art PA. And then another guy, Christian, whom I've met in my art directing class and the APCA cruise thing. He's going to show up tomorrow, but he's credited as set dresser. So why is he credited higher than me, even though I've shown up more than him? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to bring that up with the producers. But that's it. Hopefully we get a good ass lunch tomorrow, because I'm running out of food again for some weird reason, and I just ordered a bunch of more food from Wii. But yeah, for some fucking reason, I'm running out of food. I have one small piece of fried chicken and then one mackerel left and some sliced beef, but that's not like dinner material. That's like lunch material. So I'm running out of food again, and fuck. Yeah, that's it. Dinner time. I'm gonna have rice, eggplant, big bok choy, mackerel. Yes, I'm finishing that. And I don't even have green onions. I'm gonna have steamed eggplants, but I'm just gonna use garlic and soy sauce to fry it, so it's not gonna be that great. But I'll make do. Okay, time now is 9:29 a.m. in the morning on November 9th. It's so fucking cold. Holy shit. Yesterday morning was also really cold. I slept from 4 a.m. to 9, basically. And then I fell back asleep, which I shouldn't have. The call time literally starts in half an hour, and I just woke up. That's how insane this situation is. And I'm really sleepy. I just want to sleep, man. I just want to freaking sleep. Maybe I could do that on Monday. So yeah, last night I originally planned to watch 5 episodes of anime plus 2 episodes of TV. I ended up only watching half an episode of TV. And then I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. Yeah. I did apply to the APCA web episode crew thing. I did finish editing for Spotlight, the paper. I did write up a director's statement for Cine Asian Films. So I did do some other stuff. But yeah. Man, I'm so tired. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm going to a film set today, and again, it's still infiltrating 310 and APCA, still trying to, and yeah, hopefully something happens. I'm so tired, man. Fuck. I'm so tired. Yeah, I should really just brush my teeth and eat breakfast immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was mistaken. Then it's not gonna be our first shot.
Okay.
Our first shot's gonna be. This one. Do you want to have it here?
Oh, okay. Do you want me to jump in or no?
No, don't jump
Oh,
in. Stand.
okay.
Only an. Okay, time now is 12:25 after midnight. It's late. I finished dinner, and this is gonna be a quick one. So today is basically another film set day. I spent the whole day outside. Woke up, had a slice of pumpkin cheesecake, and then boom, I left and I went to set. I was like 20 minutes late because the bus was kind of late. And I also woke up late anyways. Arrived on set, and at first I was like, because the set is an office at SCB, and I know where SCB is, and then I tried to enter it and I couldn't, which is really weird. Turns out it's on another side of SCB that I don't think connects to the rest of the building, or maybe it does, I don't know, but it's on the other side. So I went, and yeah, and it's really chill. The entire art department is 4 people. It's the 2 PDs, me and Christian, whom I've already met in the APCA Cruise meeting and the art directing class, and we got along really well, and it was fun, and it was nothing. It's like 4 people in the art department to like dress an office. Like, there's nothing actually. I should have brought a book with me or something, because 80% of the time I'm just sitting on a couch, just looking at my phone, just not doing anything. So, yeah, I guess that's what happened. We had Subway for lunch. Pretty huge foot-long Philly cheesesteak sandwich. That was 1,140 calories, which is crazy. Absolutely insane. And I fell asleep. I also saw Kaylin, the Chinese American girl, again. And I think that's pretty much it. There's Equo there as well. And yeah, there's a lot of moving. There's I reset stuff for a scene, for a shot. And then there was a lot of like memos and pieces of like note paper for me to write random shit on, so I had a lot of fun with that. And like the Christian and another guy also helped out, even though I think he's like a grip or like just a first AD, but not equal. First AD for the next day. He and Christian tried to write notes as part of the decoration, the set decoration. And oh, what do usually people write in an office? Wi-Fi password, like deadlines. But I just went crazy. I was like, okay, what's the stupidest thing I could write? So I wrote like lunch options, and it's all like fake restaurants, and I did put a lot of thought into it, and like movie recommendations like Office Movie Night, and then there is the memos, which I just had crazy fun with it. So the guy I just mentioned, he was like, why is no one geeking out about the Excel update? And I laughed at it because it's so stupid, and I like copied his joke, and I was like, why is no one freaking out about the PowerPoint update, which is so stupid. I love it. And I also did one where it's about, please clean the pantry after you use it, who is eating blueberries, and it's so uber specific, it's so stupid. Like the director took a photo and like posted it on her Instagram story. And then later in the day, there's this whiteboard. Oh yeah, in the beginning of before the shoot, there's a whiteboard, and I decided to make something, like doodle something on it. That whiteboard is more, it's more present in the shots, so I can't write anything stupid. But I wrote the schedule. I had an Ozu reference, and I drew an anime girl on it. Like I drew a smiley face, and I'm like, how do I spice it up? I was like, I'm gonna draw an anime girl on it, real quick, simple sketch. So I did it, and it's like cool. And then at the end of the shoot, I was gonna erase the whole thing, and then one of the PDs, Dansu, she was like, oh, you can you don't really have to erase it, you can keep it. So I didn't erase the anime girl face, and then instead I just wrote the title of the short film in the Chinese translation, which is really cool. And I wrote it in a cool, like, arranged way, and the director really liked it and posted it on her Instagram story as well. I don't know if she knows I wrote that, but I wrote that shit, okay? So, artistic mind. Also, turns out Christian is half Japanese, and he said he's fluent in Japanese. So, the more you know. I can tell he's Asian, but yeah, Kaylin thought he's Filipino, and he's like, yeah, I get this a lot. But yeah, today's just a lot of chatting and a lot of sitting around and doing nothing. It's honestly kind of hilarious how chill it is. I should have brought a battery, like portable charger, because goddamn, I'm wasting my time here, and I'm really churning away battery. Now, aside from that, not much else there is to be said. I did see Katie, the Korean American girl, on a skateboard at freaking 9-something, nearly 10 p.m. riding into the campus, and I don't think she recognizes me because she's like, she knows everyone, she knows a lot of people, and I've only seen her in person like 3 times. Actually, technically 4 times, but the 4th time I wasn't up close in front of her face, and she probably didn't see me. So she definitely doesn't recognize me at all. But she's just there on a skateboard in the middle of the night, in the middle of an empty road, just vrooming along, So that's like, And Christian's also like on a skateboard, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna leave now because I'm gonna wait for my friends to skateboard." Like, is Katie one of them? So I know, interesting. Another thing is tomorrow night there's actually a 310 screening of a bunch of 310 projects. I kind of want to go. Because I just want to see how they do. But the thing is, if I go and I don't know a single soul who's going, then it's like stupid. I'm just there like a stranger, you know, like a murderer, like an assassin. But also, like, going to a 310 screening and then just talking to people in network there is like a surefire way I could get into the next 310. But A, I have a film set that goes until 9:30 p.m., so unless we wrap early. B is, again, the whole idea of just me being a total stranger. So I really don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, there's that. But yeah, I really hope I do get into 310, but like, I'm low-key expecting that that's not even gonna happen, because I spoke with Jiayun and I spoke with Katie, I spoke with Matt, and all three of them seem to have quite a bit of connections, but like to no avail, I guess. Like, it's too late. I feel like if they are stuck with an art department on the first project, then they'll just keep sticking with them for 3 projects straight. So I guess I'll have to wait for next semester. But if a miracle happens and I do get onto a 310, you know, then I mean, yippee-ki-yay. So we'll definitely see. But you know, before this semester ends, I really think I can squeeze 2 more film sets here. So that would make this semester 6 film sets, which is not too bad. Actually, it's not bad at all. So yeah, and then on Monday I'm taking a rest, but also I'm probably gonna meet up with the radio guy, who's gonna interview me about Triple Link, and then Justin T DM'd me asking me if I want to hang out and watch a film together. I'm like, sure, but I don't know what to watch. I thought maybe we could meet up and play our Criterions, even though I don't have a Blu-ray player, but I believe his roommate has a PS5, but I don't know if that's like not okay to go to his place, and it's whatever. Who cares? Yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Infiltrating 310 and infiltrating 3 APCA is still on the menu. It's still on the menu, it's still on the agenda. If I am able to complete these 2 things, then I'm a happy boy. Yeah. Then this semester can be over. Like, I'm done. I'm out of this bitch. What else? I do want to, like, hang out more. Like, the thing is, like, I want to just hang out with people, but it's just like people never seem to want to hang out with me, or maybe hanging out is not a thing anymore. But like people like Matt and people like Colin, they're interesting, cool people, but I don't even see them anymore because they're skipping lectures, and like if I don't see them on lecture, then I basically don't see them at all. So yeah, socializing is so stupid here. Also, my transcostal muscles, my back, but like my lungs, like to the side, rib cage, it's hurting. That's great news, man. I need that kind of pain. I guess not much else. The Japanese American actress said she likes my voice, and because I complained about my voice, because we were talking about voice acting, and I was like, oh, I don't like my voice, and she's like, no, you have a good voice, I can hear you in an anime or a video game, and I'm like, okay, thank you. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Not much else is said, and I'll have to wake up ultra early tomorrow, and waking up at 9 and yeah, full day on a film set. But again, it's gonna be chill, so I better bring a book or something. Yeah. The game continues. I don't know. It's so ugh, it's I don't know. I don't know. I just think life is just gonna roundabout. Like we're slowly getting into mid-November, and I feel like I'm not going anywhere with this. Very much feels like a game. This is like neoliberalism. I think it is only until recently I learned the definition of neoliberalism. It's nothing to do with liberalism. It's has something to do with capitalism actually, and it's the idea of competition and I sound like my religion professor. And yeah, I don't know. Life is a competition. USC is a competition. It's a game, and